you've made the decision. You have fallen in love with the orange Jersey Woolies. You have decided to breed them. You have decided you are going to breed the best chocolate-based oranges out there possible, so that the chocolate-based coloring hides almost any trace appearance of smut on the rabbit. You're pumped. You're ready. Let's go find those chocolate-based oranges. One problem. No breeders have any available. And the ones that do really want to keep the best stock for themselves. Well, now what do we do? I guess we'll just have to make one ourselves. Come on.
I was going to cover everything in this one video, but at the risk of my brain exploding and your brains exploding, I've decided to break this up into a series.
Don't eat snowdrops. I don't know if that's healthy for you. Now, while there are many, many ways you can get the FedEx man is going by. Now, I am going to try and explain this in the simplest way possible, because we all know genetics can be incredibly confusing. So we are going to use what I am going to term a pure chocolate with a genetic makeup that looks like this, and a pure black orange, which looks like this and has a genetic makeup like this.
If we take a closer look at these two, we can see that our pure black orange has 2 copies of the agouti gene, 2 copies of the black gene, and 2 copies of the non-extension gene. While our pure chocolate has 2 copies of the self gene, 2 copies of the chocolate gene, and no copies of the non-extension gene. We're going to assume, for simplicity's sake, that the C and D gene sets do not contain anything that will affect the colors we're currently working with. Yes, in reality, they may. However, that's a topic for another video. We're going to keep this as simple as we possibly can. But enough of that. Let's move on to the fun stuff and make some bunny babies. We're going to take 1 pure chocolate buck and 2 pure black orange does, put them together, and in 28 days we get, drumroll please, chestnuts! But these are some special chestnuts because they contain some hidden genes that they're not exactly showing us. Let's take a look at their genetic makeup. Here we have the genetic makeup of all of our chestnut babies. From this, we can see that each baby has 1 copy of the agouti gene, 1 copy of the self gene, 1 copy of the black gene, 1 copy of the chocolate gene, 1 copy of the extension gene, and 1 copy of the non-extension gene. The agouti, black, and full extension genes are what is known as dominant, meaning that they are the ones in charge when it comes to what the rabbit looks like. The self, chocolate, and non-extension genes are what is known as recessive. In order for a recessive gene to be the one that determines what the rabbit will look like, they need to have 2 copies of each gene and no dominant genes present. If a rabbit has only 1 copy of a recessive gene, we say that it is a carrier of that gene. Our chestnut babies are carriers of the self, chocolate, and non-extension genes. And they contain all the genes we need to make our chocolate oranges. And we'll cover how they combine to do that in the next video, because we've already covered a whole lot in this one and my head's starting to hurt. A special thank you to 3 Roses Rabbitry for this gorgeous video of this little cute chestnut of theirs, as well as Dootaloo Rabbitry for their picture of their lovely chocolate buck. See you around for part 2!